So we are on the start of the Goodwater Loop. 27 miles, starting at Cedar Breaks Point. We're only doing 5 miles today. This section actually goes to Crockett Garden Falls, and if we have time, we'll stop by and we'll see the falls. So we actually just did a creek crossing. There was actually a decent amount of water in that creek crossing. So that was kind of exciting. And now this part of the trail is a lot more level. I mean, there's still some rocks that you kind of have to make sure you don't trip up on. As we walk on this for a while, it's actually gonna open up and have really nice views of Lake Georgetown. All right, we are finally getting to the part where it opens up to the lake. Once we come to this thing, we know that we need to go that way. Great view of the lake, and it's so quiet today. Like literally. Now getting to the part where I'm just gonna follow the edge of the lake. There's some paths that lead down to the water. I would just find a place where there's like gravel and a little bit of a beach. It's nice, relatively calm water. That is either Jim Hogg or Russell Park. So now we're getting close to Crockett Garden Falls. That way would be to follow the trail, the Goodwater, and then that way would be to the waterfall. So it's really not that far to the waterfall. I'm just gonna go really quick and see it. So if you're not familiar with Crockett Garden Falls, before the dome-shaped rock fell, it used to look like this. And then in the summertime, it looks like this. It's so nice to see that throughout this part of the trail, there's so many benches. Here's where the water comes from. So we're above the falls right now. So to break up this section, we decided to park at the Cedar Hollow parking lot. So we're pretty close to ending this section. The path is actually pretty leveled and it's not so rocky anymore. Before it was like constant loose rocks. Just past mile marker 4. I really thought the trailhead to Cedar Hollow parking lot would be next to mile marker 4 and mile marker 5. We saw a trail, but it was not very distinctive. So we're just gonna keep walking and hopefully there'll be some sort of sign that says Cedar Hollow trailhead this way. I'm not sure. I think Kyle went ahead to kind of scout it out. He's super far up, I can't even see him. If anything, the side trail should be at mile marker 5. Just didn't really want to walk to mile marker 5 because it's getting dark. I've never used this trail before, so I don't know if it's got a really nicely laid out marker for where the trail is, but I don't know. We'll see. I feel like we have a little bit of time left before it gets dark. Sun is setting now, so I feel like we have 20-30 minutes before it gets pitch black. This part of the trail is really nice. It's between 4 and 5. I'm walking to 5. Okay, so Kyle just saw a sign for Cedar Hollow campground, I think. I'm looking at the map. It looks like if we head that way, we'll get to the car. We just went up a really big rocky hill. We can see the parking lot. So glad I found out about this parking lot, because if I didn't, we would have, I don't know, I think 8 more miles to go to get to Tejas. Seeing the car is definitely the most beautiful sight at the end of a trail. Okay, so quick recap. We first started out at Cedar Breaks Point here, and then followed the trail for 4.5 miles until we reach Cedar Hollow Campground with a nearby parking lot to finish out day 1. Day 2 will be backtracking on this side trail to get back on the Goodwater Loop. And today we're doing 6.5 miles from mile marker 4.5 to Tejas Park at mile marker 11. All right, so we're back at Cedar Hollow and we are about to start the next section, 6.5 miles today. Right, that puts you around like 4.5 miles on the trail. If you go that way, you'll end up at mile marker 5. And last time we came up this way, so we're gonna backtrack and make sure that we do not miss one step on the Goodwater Loop. So, unofficial parking lot. There's lots of construction. Surprise, surprise. Lots of rocks, loose rocks. But it's okay. I'm kind of getting used to the rocks. So this is where we stopped yesterday to end the section starting from mile marker 1 to like 4.5. The left, you can go up to the Cedar Hollow parking lot, or if you go right, that leads you to continue the Goodwater Loop. I tell you what, it is not a quiet trail. Between the constant construction, the airplane, and the construction is like echoing. Maybe they'll be done in 2026 and you can actually enjoy a quiet trail. Just a quick update. I was going down this hill with lots of loose rock. There was a rock that I landed on kind of like in the middle of my foot. Top of my foot tendon is kind of flared up and bothering me. I'm limping a little bit. I've been trying to walk it off, but every now and then I'll just like be walking around these rocks and it just like shoots up and almost has this sharp pain. I'm just gonna have to go slow, unfortunately, on this trail, which sucks. Like, gone this far without any like real injuries. It's hurting quite a bit. We're just gonna slowly make our way there. Yeah, it's just hurting. At least I didn't like twist anything. I gotta get some trekking poles because this thing is kind of awkward. Thank goodness that the trail has been mostly level on this section and not too rocky, or else my foot would flare up. We just passed mile marker 7. That was so good to see. Foot's still bothering me, but not enough to keep me from finishing this trail. And I feel like our spirits are high. It's just hot today. I just checked the weather and it's 80 degrees. Overall, it's good. I'm so excited to get to mile marker 11. Get to Tejas. Just so you know, I appreciate you following along. Oh boy, you can see how warm I am. My face is pretty red. So we're on part of the trail where you're looking across the thinner part of the lake where it heads to Tejas, and it almost just becomes like a narrow river. Sure am thankful that it is flat. goodness, this trail is making me work for it. Every time I think it's going to be leveled, there's a steep hill. At least this one has little stairs built in with logs. Oh, happy day. Show me 9, show me 9. There you are. Oh, I've been looking for you for a while. Look at that view. I think that's the best view we'll have for a while. Because we are headed down, and hopefully we will stay down. We hear an owl, and the path has turned extremely flat and open. Really, really, really nice. I'm ready to get to Tejas. All right, we are coming up on mile marker 10. I just have to say how happy I am to know that I can do this. This was such a challenging thing to conquer. Just because you don't think that you're fit doesn't mean that you can't achieve really big milestones. You don't have to achieve an accomplishment just like everyone else. Find a way to meet your goal your way. Does my body hurt? Yeah, but dang, my mind is much stronger. My will is much stronger. And that's what I love about hiking, because you're gonna be pushed to your limits. Like, you're literally stuck on trail and you just have to keep going. Whether it's slow, fast, if you have to make it into sections, you can do it, because I know I did it and I know you can do it. So start making a goal, big or small, and just find ways to achieve it. Doesn't matter how long it takes. What matters is you checking that box. You did it. Oh my goodness, I think we're almost there. We see picnic tables, and Kyle thinks he found the... Oh yeah, I see the parking lot. Yes. This is such an accomplishment, y'all. We made it to Tejas. So happy. Oh my gosh, so happy. Thank y'all for watching and supporting. I've had the nicest comments, and I'm just like so grateful that people are interested in this journey with me. And y'all are the best, honestly. Thank you for your support.
Okay, so the last section I started at was at Cedar Hollow Trailhead around mile marker 4.5. Then I hiked the 6.5 miles all the way to Tejas Park. Now I'm focusing on the northern part of the lake and hiking from mile marker 11 at Tejas to Russell Park at mile marker 16.6.
Okay, so Tejas camp with Kyle. We are gonna do 6 miles today. So my strategy is, it's a 27-mile hike, and to get used to being on the trail, I decided to split it up in 4 parts. I don't wanna do an out and back, I wanna do just like sections and be able to remember where I left off. So figured out where the parking lots were by looking on a map of the Goodwater Trail. We just parked one car where we're gonna stop, and then parked one car here, and that's easier when it's easier to do a section hike when you're with a buddy. You can see how cold it is. Some of the water is frozen on top. We're starting at mile marker 11. So just now starting. We're both already feeling kind of tired. He went to the gym and this morning, and I'm just feeling tired from yesterday. And that's something that we're gonna have to deal with. I guess this is gonna be a good test. All right, so just a little update. I kept stopping to get some shots of the trail. Realized that we've only gone 3 miles? 2 miles? I think only 2 miles, which is a little ridiculous. It shouldn't take us this long. I think we just kept stopping, so no more stopping. It's 2 hours till sunset. I really feel like we can make it, but we really got to pay attention and just like walk. We're just kind of racing against the clock to make sure that we get to the car because we ain't bringing any flashlights. I'm glad that I'm out here today on this day because it's maybe 50 degrees and it feels really nice. It's sunny. Literally the only ones on trail. We've seen one person walking their dog at the beginning of the trail, and that's it. I've already hit my 10,000 steps way back there. Curious to see how many steps I'm gonna get after this. All right, so started here, we're here, and then the car is here. Now this feels like progress. This is the first great view we have seen of the lake. Okay, so we've been just walking straight for probably an hour or two. Just gonna keep walking straight on the same trail, but we really are making lots of progress, and it's opening up more so that we see more of the lake, and it's starting to get a little bit hilly. So that's exciting. All right, so we are back on the trail, and this time we're going from Russell Park to Overlook Park, and it's a 8-mile stretch. This is actually the trail I've been a little bit nervous about. I haven't done 8 miles in a very long time. I am a beginner hiker. I used to hike a lot when I lived in North Carolina. I'm now in Texas, and my goal is to do a through hike at the AT, and I've been trying to build up my endurance. Today will be a big test. I feel like I'm ready. And the trail brought us here to cross the street, and we parked right over there. Went all the way around just to stay on trail. Honestly, I'm fine with that though, because I like to stay on trail and do the whole thing. The biggest difference I've noticed on this section, there's way more rocks on this trail. So a little bit more technical. This one has a little bit more like switchbacks. From Tejas to Russell, you're pretty exposed, and on this part of the trail there's a lot more shade, so that's nice. I'm feeling good so far. There's not a lot of incline. You just kind of have to watch your footing, and that's it. We'll stop for lunch here soon. I promise I'm not eating this all by myself. We're gonna share it. Don't come for me in the comments, please. So I'm hiking with Kyle, and originally we were gonna stop and have a cute little picnic on this hike and share this sub that's super flat now. We just passed mile marker 19, right? So we would rather walk and eat and share the sub than stop. We parked the car at Overlook Park, and if you don't get your car out of there before sunset, they lock you in. We're not gonna take as many breaks as we'd like, and we're gonna eat while walking on the trail. Never graceful. We just passed mile marker 20. But as far as like how I'm feeling, overall I'm pretty good. I feel like my ankles are a little bit sore. Probably have to ice that tonight, but overall, halfway through, feeling good. Looks like we finally made it to Jim Hogg. And I'm kind of wishing that we had parked the car here instead of 3 more miles down the road. All right, so we just went past mile marker 22. We need to go, I think, a little bit past 24. I feel like I got my second wind, but my body still kind of hurts I'm definitely moving slow. I'm trying to like not stop. Like literally we've only stopped twice. We have an hour until sunset. I think we have to do 2 miles. Luckily it's pretty leveled for the most part. It's just like really rocky and you have to watch your step. So I don't want to complain too much. Like this really has been a great day. This is just the part you have to really push through. Oh my gosh, I've been looking for you for a while. Oh, the lake. We're so close to the end of the trail. We're literally within the last like mile and a half, and it just dawned on me that I left my keys to my car that we're walking to in Kyle's car 8 miles that way. Thank goodness for good friends and close neighbors. My neighbor is gonna come pick us up. Shout out to Becky. Becky, I love you. I know you support this channel and you're the best. But we are finally seeing some progress. We're so close to the lake. The sun is going down, it's really pretty. We're walking across Cedar Break Point's camping area. We're so close to the end.
I was so relieved to see mile marker 24, but I honestly didn't feel like celebrating. From walking a total of 11 miles, my body hit a wall and everything hurt. We ended the hike with an amazing sunset and so grateful for our friend picking us up. We later found out that because it was a federal holiday, they didn't close the gate at sunset, and luckily we could go straight home and rest.
So we just got to the dam part of the trail, and honestly this is one of my favorite parts of the trail because you can just see so far out. This is really good for just if you wanted to take a walk any day. There is a parking lot close to the dam and you can just walk across it. You can access this as long as it's before sunset. At sunset they close the gates and you're trapped. I've come up on this dam so many times throughout the years and I've never seen it unlocked. I think they're just working on the dam over there.
After crossing the dam, I finally made it to mile marker 26. Even though I had to break it up in sections, this was the most challenging hike I've ever done. As I make my way back to Cedar Breaks Point to finish out the loop, I want to thank you so much for watching and supporting my journey. I also need to thank Kyle for coming on this journey with me. It would have been so difficult without him. Next, I'll be headed to a popular state park in Texas to do more hiking and to start getting more comfortable with camping. Make sure that you like and subscribe to keep up with this journey, and I'll see you on the next adventure.